Shalom, Brochim Abaim. Welcome to this video. My name is Ruth Afni. I'm a passionate Hebrew teacher and I'm specializing in Hebrew verbs. And today we are going to talk about a super embarrassing mix-up. I'm always saying, the moment you understand the patterns of Hebrew, all the confusion disappears. Now, let's look at this mix-up. I mean, that is really embarrassing if you make this mistake. So I changed, and I'm talking about the change in myself, is hishtaneti, and I peed is hishtanti. If you knew the pattern of those two verbs, you most probably would not make this mistake. So we are now going to do some Hebrew verbs reverse engineering. We go backwards. How did we actually come to these two forms? And then you understand why, in theory, there was no need to get it wrong. Okay, so we will see what are these strange verb forms. We will find the infinitive, present tense, and past tense of each of them. And we will, in the end, see how to say, I peed my pants. Okay, these are here again, those two verbs, and we start with the root. Now let's put that a little bit bigger. I changed myself. That means inside me, I changed. I became a different person. That's the kind of change, okay? Hishtaneti, and I peed hishtanti. So what are the similarities? Here we have T at the end. T is past tense for the first person singular, I. That is in all the binyanim the case. Past tense, I did something. The verb always ends on T. Good. Now, there is another past tense particle, which is in this case at the beginning. Both of these verbs start with a hey. Now, question. Which binyanim start the past tense with a hey? Drums, Hitpael, Hitpael, and Hitpael. So it cannot be anything else. So, and this means in the case of the second verb, all that is not related to the past tense is already the root. These are three nice letters. So this is the root, and this is Hitpael. Le hashtin. This is how you make an infinitive in Hitpael, in a regular Hitpael verb. And then you come to mashtin, mashtina. This is the present tense. And eventually we come to the past tense, hishtanti. Past tense of the first person singular. That's me, myself, and I. Ani hishtanti. And here again, here you have the root, exactly as we have seen it before in red. Now, if this is a completely new system to you, how to get from root to infinitive and all of that, I wrote a book about it. It's published in 4 languages. You find it on Amazon. I also leave you the link below. Here we come to the second verb and we ask the same question. What is the root? Make it clear here. So this is the one. Okay, hishtaneti. Hishtaneti. Here we have a yud that we have not seen in the other verb. And this yud before the past tense suffix, the T is a past tense suffix. That actually is an indicator that this is a root that ends on hey. What? Yeah, stay with me. I will show you in a moment. But every time you see something like iti for the first person singular, believe me, 99% of the time, this is a root that ends on hey. So now we already have one root letter. We need to find 2 more. Challenge, I see 3 letters. So which of those 3 belong to the root? Actually, 2 of those 3 that we see. As we have seen before, it can only be Hitpael or Hitpael. And it is not Hitpael. We have seen that because we have 1 letter too many. And here, this is the root. 𝐼𝐮, nun, hey. Because the tav belongs to hit. Now you're wondering, why isn't it then 𝐜𝐶𝐻𝐵 or something like this? Well, here we come to Hitpael rules. Okay, let me show you for a moment. The Hitpael past tense rule is you have a root, and when you want to go to the past tense Hitpael, you put hit in front, and you're good to go. That's it. But when the root starts with a shin or sin, for example, then the hit gets split, and it gets before and after the shin or sin. And this is why we come here to 𝐜𝐶. Okay, and additionally, we have this hey at the end that is another irregular indicator. So this is a verb that has basically two challenges. One is the hey at the end, and the other one is the shin at the beginning. That's probably something that nobody ever explained to you. No worries, it's in the book. And of course, in the course, we go exactly about that. So we look at things that are confusing to make sure you always know where we are. As I said, the moment you understand patterns, confusion disappears. Now we move on. So here we are. להשתנות. This is the verb. And the ought is because of the hey in the root. When you know it, it's not so scary anymore. You immediately recognize it. So, להשתנות, then we come to the present tense, משתנה, משתנה, and past tense, first person singular, השתניתי. Here again, השתניתי, and this yud that you see here is from the hey in the root. Now, summary, let's see some sentences. I changed a lot since the last time we met. So this is about me. This is not about changing something else. I'm not changing a book because I didn't like it or I made a mistake when I bought it. No, it is a change that happens within me, and this is why we use Hitpael. So this is the sentence, and then in Hebrew it is השתניתי מאוד מאז הפעם האחרונה שנפגשנו. השתניתי. Okay, and now what I promised, how to say I peed my pants. First, we have seen השתנתי. השתנתי. But when I want to say I peed my pants, that is, I'm sorry to tell you guys, a different verb because we say I wet my pants. This is how it is said, and therefore then it is הרטבתי את המכנסיים. הרטבתי is from להרטיב, and that is הפעיל. So we have finally come to an end. I hope you liked it. I hope it was helpful for you. And I also hope I see you in the next video. I would be very happy to get you on my newsletter list so that I can help you learn better Hebrew verbs. It's completely free. I leave you below the link to the sign up. You can cancel anytime. And I hope I see you in the next video. Okay, Nishikot. Shalom.